what's going on, everybody? It is June 11th, 2013, and I know I'm like a day and a half late on all this news, all this recapping, but I have a job, and unfortunately, time is very, very sparse. But either way, here are my thoughts on what was said yesterday during the press conferences between Microsoft and Sony. I will make two videos. I will not be covering the EA and Ubisoft ones. I did watch all four of them, Microsoft, EA's, Ubisoft, and Sony's. But in all honesty, EA's and Ubisoft's can kind of be split between the two main ones being Microsoft and Sony, and you would kind of get the same feel. But we're gonna start with Microsoft. This is gonna be video number one. Sony will be video number two, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But um, when the Xbox One revealed like 3 weeks ago, I was disappointed. Anybody who watched my video, anybody who subscribed knows I was just appalled by what they considered a gaming console, for what they revealed. It was terrible. The grade for them coming into E3 for me was like, like a negative F. I'm not talking like an F minus. I'm talking like negative F. Like you have to go through positive Z, negative A, and then go all the way to negative F to get to the grade to which Microsoft really stood with me. Well, at the press conference yesterday, they started off really nice. A trailer pops up and it looks familiar, it sounds familiar. Sure enough, they're just letting people know that Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, will be coming to their console. It is not an exclusive, but it will be coming to their console. I believe it was for the 360 that they mentioned, if not for the Xbox One, because it really did not say either that or I missed that part, because I was kind of in awe of Metal Gear Solid 5 being announced because it looks insanely good. I have my own quarrels with the game itself, the main one being Kiefer Sutherland, because I think he is a terrible VO actor, and I really don't find him good as an actor, period. But the game itself looked amazing. Other thing that kind of bugged me about that is that Hideo Kojima came out at the end of that trailer, and it looked like they were literally holding a gun to the man's back so he can praise the Xbox One's technology. Oh, you know what? It was Xbox One. Kojima actually did say it was the power of the Xbox One, and not in that voice, but he just looked forced. Like he looked like, damn, like these dudes backed up a fat check on me, and I have to say what they tell me because, well, there's money involved. And I'm not saying Kojima's, how do I say, his manhood, I guess. I'm not saying he sold it to Microsoft, but at the end of the day, even though Kojima Productions is a Productions, at the end of the day, his bosses are at Konami, and Konami still tell that man what to do. But anyways, outside of that, it was pretty sick. I did like what they announced. They did announce a lot of games. Forza Motorsports 5 being one of them. Dead Rising 3 looked insanely good. Battlefield 4 looked amazing. The Witcher 3, it's exclusive to their console, but I'm pretty sure you'll wind up seeing that on Steam upon launch or close. The one thing that I was really, really excited about was they're gonna make or developing a new Killer Instinct title. I haven't played Killer Instinct since Super Nintendo. I'm gonna say Super Nintendo. Oh my goodness, like that alone almost makes you want to pay $500, but I refuse to pay for a console for a fighting game. I know it's Killer Instinct, but I just can't do it. Outside of that, new Minecraft for the Xbox One, a new Halo game coming out in 2014. Of course, like every Halo game, the teaser is like the best part. It looked great. The launch price for the Xbox One will be $500. Now, to me, that is a very, very high point of entry, and I have to wonder one or two things. If the Xbox One did not ship with a Kinect, or that every Xbox One, didn't require a Kinect, could the Xbox One have launched at a lower price point? $399 or maybe even $349? I don't know why Microsoft is so intent on pushing Kinect. It failed, in my opinion, during the Xbox 360's lifespan. I don't see it being that useful for the grand scheme of things. Honestly, how lazy must a person be to just stand up, grab your Xbox One controller, turn on your damn thing, and do what you gotta do by moving your thumb? You're not moving your whole body. And in all honesty, and this is just me, I think it takes more energy to speak than it does to move one's thumbs. I'm just gonna assume that. Another thing that I have to question is how much of this $4.99 price is due to the fact that now Xbox One has to use Blu-ray disc for their system. They did try to launch HD DVD for movies only very early in the Xbox 360 life cycle and failed miserably. I would have to say if HD DVD was used for games instead of just movies during 360, we would be seeing a lot of we would be seeing the trend differently. I do believe at this point we'd be watching movies on HD DVD and not Blu-ray disc. That's what Sony did. Sony not only patented and made the Blu-ray disc for the PlayStation 3 for the movies, but also made it for the games. And now you're seeing the benefit of that risk they took. One has to wonder how much of this 499 is actually a licensing fee that is going to go to Sony and Toshiba. They are the main controllers, the main beneficiaries of the Blu-ray technology. So how much of this $500 price tag has to do with that licensing fee that Microsoft now has to pay to both those companies to use their optics? One has to wonder, but $500 is a little high considering that at launch last year, the PlayStation had a $500 and a $600 bundle, and both really failed to sell at that price point. I don't see the Xbox One selling at that price point for a long time.